me get my glasses.
Are we able to see everything okay? Everything
Yeah, we need to push the notebook up just a little bit. If you could push it up just a little bit towards the window. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. And we have a picture. We are in great shape, except that my glasses have a big smudge. I will say good morning, friends, while I de-smudgify my glasses.
Good morning.
So I can see all your comments. Because at present, I can't see the screen because there's big smudges. I think that's Gail. It's green. Let me see. Gail, good morning from California. Marvelous Music Monday. Good news here. We're experiencing a cooling trend at 113. Oh my word.
Jeez.
That's cooling?
My mom was saying it was 107 in San Jose last week.
Yeah, that's insane. That's a little nuts, people. But, climate change isn't real. Don't get Donna started. Book Lover is here. Jaden Art says hi. Avocado Friend says hello.
Hello.
We have a Bethany and a Saroja who says good morning.
Good morning.
And a Bub Plays. We got your beautiful art in. It is lovely. Thank you so much.
I love the portrait, and Donna loves her.
It is gorgeous.
Red panda.
I love it.
And I even like the little note.
Let's see. Who else is here today? Needle is here. And M's Official is here. It's Sprout says hello. Shelby says hi. This is my first time here. Well, hello. Who is Levar Burton? Oh my gosh. He is the gentleman who played Geordie LaForge in Star Trek The Next Generation, if you don't need to nerd out that much. He does all of the Reading Rainbow. He's wonderful.
Yeah. An incredible actor and
wonderfully benevolent human in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. I have no clue who he is. Well, now you know. Hello from the Dominican Republic. Yeah, he is wonderful. So Bethany texted me this morning and she goes, "Oh, the guy from Reading Rainbow." I said, "Yeah, he was also on Star Trek The Next Generation. He started out as a helmsman and then he went to engineering." And that's when I realized I was a nerd.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, because remember, in the initial ones, he started out as a helmsman. He was up at the helm with Data. Yes, I'm totally nerding out, people. But that was it. And I was like, huh. Okay, Donna's a little nerdy. Good morning from Egypt. It's my first time here. I want to come to your country so badly.
Welcome.
Oh, we are so happy to have you here. Good morning from Minnesota. First time I've made a stream.
Good morning.
We have a lot of friends that are just joining us for the first time. Well, we're really happy you're here. Good day from Australia. Let's see.
Good day.
Leon says, "Oh no, I failed my exam on Friday by 3 questions, but I have a retake in 3 months. I'm glad to be here." I'm sorry.
I hate exams.
You hate everything school related. You've got this. Cut yourself a little slack. Exams are hard. It'll be okay. You can study and pass in 3 months. You'll be all right. Sending love from New Brunswick. Colleen says, "Good morning. Levar is one of my all-time favorite people ever."
Yeah.
What are our favorite TV shows?
I'm currently rewatching one of my favorites, which is Justified. The West Wing. Mm-hmm. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Gilmore Girls.
Law and Order, the original one. Mm-hmm. I think that's it for now.
Bethany, I am amused that this morning was when Donna just now realized she's a nerd. You will be in slapping distance very shortly. You should watch what you text and type to me, girlfriend. Let's see. Ricky says, "Good morning, guys. I'm happy to be here." E. Mitchell says hi from Canada.
We're happy you're here too.
is a video on everything I know about gouache, Clarabelle. So why don't you start there, and then if you have some specific questions for Scott.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
know if
do
a
that.
lot of you know this, but I made a bunch of long videos for you all. So that way I could, really talk about stuff a little bit more. So take a look at my videos section.
There you go. Let's see. Hello from Belgium.
Hello.
Oh, we have a little hello from Yorkshire, England.
Hello.
We are drawing Levar Burton this morning. And by we, you guys know that you do not. It's not me. I draw nothing. You also don't want to see my nails on the screen this morning. They're hideous. I have to give myself a manicure. Hello from the Philippines. Coral Create says good morning.
Hello.
Let's see. Hello from Hong Kong. It's 10 p.m. here. Good evening. Happy slumber time.
Good evening.
We are not horror fans at all.
What, like a TV show called Order?
Horror.
Oh, horror.
Someone's not listening to me this morning, but that's pretty much par for the course. Do you do pen art outlining, just drawing with a pen?
I don't usually leave it that way. I usually paint over it with watercolors. But if you want to see some of my line art, go to my website and go under resources and go under free downloads and then coloring pages.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could see all of the stuff like the Guild and the Dragon and Centaur and the Gothic Vampire, and it's just in only its line art
Infancy
form.
stage, yeah. I'm so happy you're finally drawing him, and I got to see the live.
I'm so
Hello
happy
from
too.
Finland. Gail, Dawn and Nerds Unite. I know way too much about the next gen as well. Oh, I love that show. That was the Star Trek for me. I don't know that this new one,
Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds, but that's only because Christopher Pike is a little bit of an adorable person.
It's a great show.
Just a smidge of adorable. Oh my gosh, remind me to show you. Baylor did a Father's Day card for Russ and made this beautiful Star Trek card. And on the inside, she did Spock, but she did the Spock of the guy in Strange New Worlds.
Oh, that's great.
And no, it's not great. It
Okay,
was
I'm sorry, that's not great.
phenomenal.
Bad job, Baylor. Bad
Would you
job.
stop? That's not what I'm saying. It was past great. What is wrong with you?
I said it's great. You said
Well,
no.
then stop
And then you said
talking
no.
over me.
So
Because you're talking over me and not listening and letting me get to the part where I said it's amazing. Whatever's past, great. God, stop giving me lip, old man over there. I'm going to come over there and smack you. What is the paper called that you're drawing? You know you do that. It's so irritating. See, you hear that little laugh? He knows he's irritating. I'm going to throw a snotty
this is
Kleenex at
Strathmore
you.
400 sketchbook paper. And there is a link to this on my site under art, under resources, and under art supplies I use.
When Scott did the Star Trek covers, was Levar in any of them?
No, I never got to do the only next gen characters I got to do were Picard on the first one. It was Picard and Cisco, and then the second one was Riker and was it just Riker?
You did Worf. You did a big Worf piece too.
No, but on the cover. Was it
I
just
don't
Riker,
remember.
I think? No, Riker and Data.
Data, yeah.
And then it was Odo,
You did that, yeah.
Dax, and Kira.
What sketchbook do you use? I need a new one, and you seem to have a lot of experience. By the way, I love your art. That's Mira.
Thank you. This one I'm currently using is a Strathmore 400 series tanned color paper or tan paper.
Okay, so Tracy says, good morning, checking in before a meeting.
Good
We
morning.
have a hello from Costa Rica. Apparently it's cold in Melbourne and Minnesota.
Yes, because it is winter time there.
Yep. The pencil holder you're using right now is what?
The Derwent, and it's also on my site as well. It's a pencil holder.
We have a
Pencil
hi from-
extender, really.
Yeah. Check the art supply Scott uses list. It's there.
So, in case can you guys see the underdrawing that I was doing earlier? Can you guys see that? The lines, my guidelines, and everything like that. So, in case you guys didn't notice, I do just, this is this part, this is the center. I find the shapes. I do it as lightly as possible, and now I'm just outlining it a little bit tighter. So that way I could go and start doing the shading. But sometimes a lot of you don't see the underdrawing.
Let's see. Brazen Hearted says, ooh, Scott, you're going to get it good. Get him, Donna. Oh, I'll smack him later. Let's see. Jaden Arts bought the Guild painting, and it looks so good on their wall.
Oh, thank you. I'm really happy with how the Guild painting came out.
Ashrain says, I'm sketching for my painting right now, so I thought it'd be faster to draw directly on the canvas by an HB pencils. I messed up, and now I can't erase it. Should I paint over it?
It depends on what paint you're using. If you're using something like gouache or something opaque, yeah, you can paint over it.
Yeah.
If it's watercolors, no. Well, you said canvas, so I have to assume it is an opaque.
I'm going to go with that's a Bethany question, because you don't use canvas.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it's canvas, they're using an opaque medium anyhow.
Yeah. Gail, I did not know that. Let's see. Hello from South Africa. Hello from Poland. Boy, you guys are from all over the place. Donna, can I have some help with something really quick? Sure. What you got? Type it in the chat for me. I mean, if I don't know, I can't help it. Oh, yes, it's winter in Melbourne. This Aussie is cold and out of tea. No. Oh my gosh, that's horrific. And on a Monday of all things.
Hot chocolate.
That would be Scott's default. Yeah. Wow. I'm just getting into Star Trek, starting with the Next Generation series. Heard that's a good place to start. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Scott, what's your favorite art supply?
Watercolor and ink. Next Generation takes a season to get good, so give it a little bit. But seriously, if for whatever reason you're not enjoying it, try the new series, Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, that one's really
It's
good.
really good. And Star Trek Discovery is good too.
Do you still check into the Discord?
I do, to see if I'm being tagged. So if someone tags me, yes. That's about it.
The extent of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have so many people here today from all over the place.
Hello.
We are quite happy that you're all joining us today. Dilshad's blog says, me and my brother love watching all of your shorts. You're my biggest inspiration. By the way, we love your art.
Thank you so much.
You're using acrylics. I'm going to leave that as a Bethany question on how to fix the canvas. Because Scott doesn't use canvas and I have no clue what to do with a canvas. I look at her canvases and I go, wow. And that's about the extent of my knowledge of canvas. It's freezing in Australia too. I recently got into collaging. Have you done anything like that? If so, any tips?
I've only done it a couple times in college, so I really don't have any tips. But I did find it really fun.
I've done some collaging. It's fun. I like it. Good glue is important. That is what I will leave you with. The tea of the day is the Harrods tea. And I never asked you if you wanted a cup because you just haven't wanted one lately.
No.
Let's see. He got the Swiss Medic bag on eBay.
Back when no one was buying Swissmedic bags, but I think once I did the video, it kind of became a little bit more popular.
Can you please do a landscape soon?
I do landscapes all the time. If you look at some of my travel journal pieces, I do.
Kaka, let's see. He typically uses one reference per painting if he's just doing one person in the painting.
Yeah, these things that I do when I go live are usually just copying a photo. That's really all I'm doing is just copying a photo. When I do something like the Guild, I'm usually taking a photo and then adding some of my imagination to it. The Dragon and Centaur, I think I used multiple photos for the Centaur. Obviously, I used a picture of a horse for the bottom part, a picture of a human for the top part.
Do you recommend any specific sites to look for cool reference?
Yes, there is a section under resources under photo references where I link to some of the free and paid sites that I use for photo reference.
I managed to do my first travel journal, recording the animals I've seen on a recent holiday. Thanks, Scott, for the inspiration.
Oh, that's amazing. I hope you had fun doing it. I think it makes the trip so much better.
Let's see. Jane says hello from the east coast of the USA.
Hello. The sun came out and just...
Sketch Fusion was on vacation.
I hope you had a good vacation.
They didn't say, but they were sorry that they couldn't join the lives, but now that they're back, they're not going to miss them. What would you say to an artist outlining their art for the first time?
Have fun. Just look. I would say don't expect it to be perfect. Don't expect it to be great. Do it small. Don't spend more than half an hour on it. And then put it aside and try it again. You're going to learn by doing it a lot of times. You're not just going to go and say, oh, this is my first time doing it. Oh my God, it's a masterpiece. Oh my God, I've just won, the greatest painting ever. Oh, and now I'm a millionaire. And it doesn't work like that. This is my first inking job. And then you take it, you move it aside. This is my second inking job. This is my 10,000th inking job. You keep going. I just want to lower people's expectations when trying something for the first time because I think you guys get a little discouraged a little too soon. You have to put the time into it. Enjoy the process.
It's a process.
It is. Life is a process.
Yes, it is.
You're never going to be great at something the first time you do it. And if you do, that's really disappointing.
Well, you have nothing to strive for. You have nothing to practice for. And you're kind of I achieved
I just have a
pinnacle.
natural ability for this.
Okay.
And now I'll never have to practice.
Bored.
Yeah.
Green Sheep started a new sketchbook. Nameless. I'm not sure if it's an artist thing, but the longer I work on something, the uglier it gets.
Yeah, stop working on stuff so long. Give yourself a time limit of an hour or 45 minutes or whatever is the right time for you and walk away when you're done.
Wow, Werewolf, you are asking a loaded question. They say, I'm about to draw, but I don't know what. A red panda. Should I draw a canon character from my favorite show or one of my new OCs for it? A red panda.
I would say draw what makes you happy. But if you are in any way wanting to improve your drawing, start drawing from reference. Start drawing from life.
Take your sketchbook and go out and draw the world you see.
Again, you can draw your OCs and you can draw characters from your favorite shows.
In addition to.
No, till the day you die. And if that makes you happy, then fantastic. Seriously, if that makes you happy, it's when you get to this point where you start saying, I'm not improving, I'm not improving, I'm not improving. That's because you're just drawing your same character all over again. You're drawing out of your head. You've only got so much information in your head. You have to fill it with studying life.
Hello from Brazil.
Hello.
You inspire me to draw every time I see your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Priyanka says, love your art. You're like my idol. Miss Dior says, hello from Australia.
Hello.
Theo, I finished a watercolor painting this morning and I'm so happy I finally started again. You really inspired me to do so. It's afternoon in Germany right now, so I have enough time to watch the live.
That's wonderful. And congratulations on finishing.
Let's see. Hello from Hollywood.
Hollywood.
That's what they said. As a beginner, should I use fine liners, brush pens, or a dip pen for my watercolor drawings? Something that has waterproof ink.
Yeah, I like the zebra brush pen. They're cheap and they are waterproof. That's my recommendation.
Let's see. In South Africa, we are in midwinter. Hi from Croatia.
Hello.
How do you draw the hair? Well, you're about to watch him draw the hair on his purple pencil drawing. The answer to any time anybody is going to type in here is draw a red panda. That's it. That's the only thing you need to worry about.
But people
draw a red
sometimes
panda.
just get in, they're new, and they didn't hear you say that.
Oh, well, draw a red panda because they're lovely and fuzzy and sweet and cute. And I want to squeeze them. Hey, Nixie is here.
Hey, Nixia.
Dalton says, I was so inspired by your colored pencils sketchbook series, I took out mine and drew with a purple Prismacolor pencil too.
Oh, that's great.
What should I draw that isn't a red panda? Oh, boy. Scott?
Draw Levar Burton.
There you go.
Everybody's doing it nowadays.
I'm making a poster right now. Do you have any suggestions? The theme is food. Pizza, coffee, hot dogs. Picnic. Oh, tea. Afternoon tea. Like scones and cookies and teapots, and you were probably supposed to answer that. Go ahead.
No, that was fine.
How do you decide which details to ink and which ones to leave for the watercolors? That's Hudson, and that's a great question.
Yeah, that is different for every artist. Some artists do very little inking, and some artists do really, really, really detailed inking. And that's really a preference thing. You kind of start to see what you like and what you don't like in your inking or in your style. And again, that comes from just doing it so many times that you go, I like it when my hair has all its detail. Or sometimes I like it if I let the watercolors kind of be the hair. Or I like to add in all the little cracks and creases, or I like it when the water. So it just depends on that. I've got my own personal preference of what I do. And you can see that in my line work. You can see how much detail I put into stuff. Usually for the faces, I try not to put as much detail because the more lines you add to a face, the older someone looks.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, but again, it's a preference. Some people's style is very line heavy, and some people's style is very watercolor heavy.
It is 9:25 in the morning here. I don't know if we would consider ourselves Trekkies or not. Little Shop by the Sea just got an A on their French test and says hi from England.
Congratulations.
Have you tried watercolor brush pens yet?
You mean I've got the watercolor marker pens like these?
I don't know.
Or you mean just the ones where you just fill in the
Where you fill
water?
them with the watercolors?
And yeah, I've tried those.
You used those with grayscale when we were first moving to that. Yes, today is colored pencils, specifically the purple. Dark purple.
And then I'll come in with
Prismacolor.
some white.
Yep. Let's see. What is the best brand for fine line brushes that aren't too expensive?
Fine line brush. I'm assuming you're talking about inking. I don't know if they're the best, but the ones that I use are the zebra brush pens.
Oh, Zenja, I'm very nervous for my job interview this week. Joining to draw along with you and de-stress a little.
Oh,
You know
you're
what?
gonna do
You've
great.
got this. Deep breaths. It's okay. You've got this. Draw away. Lily says you're such an inspiration to me and my art.
Oh, thank you. So, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm doing right now. Let me find. So,
Miss Dior, he has done clothing sketches,
yeah.
models and
So
dresses.
I'm looking at, like there's this level of darkness, and then this is a little lighter, and then this part's a little lighter, and this part's a little lighter, but I'm seeing like this little bit of shadow here, this here, and that's really what I'm doing is I'm just kind of feeling out how dark I need to go and how to get the different layers. Because like this needs to be darker than this, but this is lighter than this part here. And so how do I just keep getting the variations while also still feeling some sort of shape? And sometimes I'm going, this isn't really working, which is why you're seeing me noodle and noodle and noodle. And then sometimes I go, well, I'll just come back to this later. Maybe I won't notice it as much, or maybe an idea will come to me. But just to let you know, I mean, this is for me as I'm drawing this, and I'm also doing it live. But as I'm drawing this, I'm thinking, is this going to look like him? Is this going to look good? Am I going to like it? Am I? And I just keep going. And if at the end of the day I really don't like it, I'll tear the page out. But so far, I haven't really had to tear a page out of this sketchbook. There have been a couple pieces that I don't think came out as well, but
Yeah,
so
but you've
far,
never been disgusted with anything.
yeah, I think I'm okay with it. But
I don't know what this is, but I'm assuming I'm going to take it for face value. Do you have any tips for observational studies? So I'll assume that means just looking at something and drawing it.
yeah, you can't see as I'm drawing this, but I'm looking up at my reference maybe every 2 or 3 seconds. I look down, I look up. I look down, I'm looking up. I look down, I'm looking up. You really want to keep looking at your reference to get a better idea of values, form, shapes, edges, etc., etc. You really need to. Now, I that's for me, and that's how I draw. I can only imagine that someone like Kim looks up.
Diaz Holmes,
Yeah,
who
Kim
he's
Diaz
talking about.
Holmes. Looks up maybe looks at his reference maybe every 10 seconds, because a lot of what he's doing is, at least from my perception, is he's drawing the impression of somebody. His is, what's the impression that I remember of that person, and then he's adding his own values and what to it. But I think if you're trying to get something as close to what it looks like, you need to keep looking up at it.
Okay. Here's a big deal. Rennie got a 5 on an AP test, which is insane because that is the highest score, and those AP exams are super hard. So way to go, Rennie. That is awesome.
Congratulations. A 5?
Uh-huh.
Is there only 5 questions?
Okay. Our boys took the AP exams. The highest they ever got was a 4.
And that's great. I mean,
We're going to pass over it because
is it
you
like
have no
a 5-star
honey,
review kind of
no,
thing?
you have no frame of reference for this. Just go, oh my God, Rennie, that was amazing.
Okay,
That's all you need
that was
to do.
amazing.
There you go. If you could collaborate with any dead artist, who would it be?
Collaborate with any dead artist.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't know if I would want to collaborate. I mean, because I would be, I wouldn't want my work to be on the same piece of, paper as one of my favorites. Maybe someone like John Buscema, the comic book artist for Conan.
Okay. Scott does not draw the little thumbnail Scots. We have a friend who drew those, and she
Yeah.
is incredibly talented.
Yeah, she doesn't have socials though. So, but yeah, she's incredibly talented.
Do you like flip books?
I used to. Yeah, I used to make my own in the corners of my sketchbooks.
And T says, hey, I got a new Canson watercolor cold pressed sketchbook. So what should I draw and where can I find inspo like you do with all your fantasy characters?
There is under resources. There's photo reference, and that's where all of my photo reference come from. And a lot of it is free, and then some of it is paid. But I would go there.
Okay, I'm going to take you through the morning because a lot of you have asked, why is he working in this? Why is he doing this? So we get up and Scott goes, I don't know what I'm going to do today. And then he goes downstairs and he does all of the things that he needs to do. And he comes upstairs and he looks at me and he goes, I still don't know what I'm going to do today. And he goes back down and then he comes back up and he goes, okay, I'm doing this in this sketchbook. Or he'll go, I'm doing this. And I'll say, are we watercoloring today? And he'll say, no, I'm going to use the Canson, or I'm going to use the Strathmore sketchbook with the purple pencil. That's how it happens. It is literally spur of the moment. There is no planning. You guys always want to ask that. It is not planned out. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, even when I went live with Kim on Saturday, I didn't know what I was doing until maybe 10
You didn't know you were
minutes
going to do
before.
Frida Kahlo until that morning?
No.
Wow. Okay. That was really cool because you guys both had some interesting information on those. Yeah. And I really enjoyed that. And his came out, I mean, watching him use inks is just he's amazing. I mean, his use of the ink is just ridiculous. It's so good. Dark Snowification says morning is on the road trip home. While on a stop, wanted to say hello, got some pictures for a travel journal.
That's wonderful.
Yay! Okay. Bethany's trying to answer this question, and I think you maybe need to help. How do you know where to put the shadows and highlights in the pieces? And Bethany wrote, look at your photo and see where the light hits. And then she put in a video to check on it. And then that was followed up with, but what shows where to put them? That's the person who's still asking.
The photo. Look. Light, shadow. Light, shadow. That's I hope I am not sounding flippant or dismissive. I'm not sure if I understand because maybe there is something in either the translation or there is something in maybe I'm assuming your eyes have the ability, and again, this is not sarcastic. I don't know what maybe different people's disabilities maybe or something like that.
Correct. Yes.
I'm assuming you have the ability to see shadow being cast from the light, and as I move the light around, you could see the shadow is moving. So I'm assuming you can understand the effects of light and shadow, and you're seeing that on a face. If the light was moved to this side, the shadow would be on this side. That's hopefully. I don't know how to explain that any better. Donna has asked me several times. She's like, people keep asking you to
Yeah.
do video or short on shadows, and I'm going, I don't understand. And maybe this is autism or something, but I don't understand because
Because you can see it.
you can see it. It's very visual.
No,
It's like
no, I
saying,
meant you personally
I
can see
understand, but
it.
it's like saying, can you do a video on the color red? Well, there's the color red, or there's not the color red.
Let me use
There's
this
either
example.
shadows or there's not. Where there's
But-
light, there's no shadows, and where there's no light, there's shadows.
But when you do colors in the skin and when you see colors in the skin, until you pointed it out to me and said, look, see how there's greens over here, see how there's blues over here, see how there's purples over here. I didn't see those in the photo reference.
But that's something that I see that most people apparently don't see, and definitely Photoshop doesn't see.
But now that
but
you
light
but
and
once
shadow,
you pointed it out, I did.
most everybody sees, because again,
You're right, but it's very hard when you're trying so hard to see what someone else is seeing, how to determine, like, I still have a hard time with which way the lighting is coming from to create the shadow. I have to stop and go, okay, where is that coming from? Why is he doing that way? And you'll put down a color like Payne's Gray or that purple, violet, lavender, whatever the heck color it is that you use to create the shadows. And I'm like, what's he doing? And then you'll blend it in and I'll go, oh, or I have the benefit of being able to sit here and see your photo reference that you have up. And I go, oh, that's where it is.
yeah.
And I can sort of extrapolate it from that. But I'm just trying to get you to maybe help everybody see what you see, because a lot of times I can't see what you see. So maybe other people can't either. And I think maybe that helps explain your process a little bit more. That's all. Okay, that was really wordy. So anyway, bear with me. It's Monday. I'm trying to caffeinate. Doesn't appear to be working very well. Sanrio lover. Oh my God, who's your favorite? Karopi's my favorite. Says, hi, I never get a chance to join your lives, but I wanted to thank you for making me more comfortable with art and going outside more. I could never thank you enough.
Oh, you just did thank me enough. You're welcome.
Okay, there are so many videos, DJ Cat, on hair.
There's 3.
Yeah, they want advice on how to draw hair on semi-realistic characters, but I think they should just start with those videos on drawing hair, and Bethany put some of those in.
And they're
so.
shorts.
Yeah, sorry, shorts, not videos. Hey, Kermito's back, and
Hey,
Kermito
Kermito.
passed their AP exams. Way to go, kiddo.
Good job.
You guys are killing it today. Look at all of you. Brave Strikes. Hi, Scott. I'm about to take my driving permit test in a bit.
Oh, good luck.
Oh, good luck. You've got this. Let's see. Karomi and My Melody. Gotcha. Cinema Roll's another one of my favorite ones. For those of you who don't know, you need to look it up. Sanrio characters. They're so darn cute. Dare I say cuter than Pokemon? Nope, I will say it. They're cuter than Pokemon. Fight me. Aldo in Wonderland says, hi, Scott, Donna, Mods, and the chat.
Hello.
Let's see. I love drawing while I watch Scott draw. Currently sketching a peacock with gouache.
Oh, I love it.
Let's see. Yes. We know Percy Jackson. Scott should draw the Sanrio characters. I don't think he'd enjoy drawing Karopi. I would enjoy him drawing Karopi, but I don't think he'd enjoy that. He is using Prismacolor colored pencils. Oh my goodness gracious. Aria says, Donna, I'm going to draw you as a red panda Sanrio character. And Donna now passed out. Passed out completely. I'm dead. Whichever one you have the best photo. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Let's see. Should I draw one of my dogs?
What?
Sure, if
Yeah,
that makes you
of
happy.
course.
Go for it. Boy, Scott drew our puppy so many times. So many times. Yesterday was her gotcha day. Would have been 12 12 years.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see. No, 13 years. I was wondering how the movie was going.
Oh, we haven't started production yet. It looks like pre-production will start in October now.
But we are inching slowly to the finish line. Nixia planning with Scott as a roll of the dice. Truer words were never typed on a screen.
Yeah, I think there are some things that I'm not capable of understanding how to explain. And light and shadow just are one of them.
Well, that's why we need Ryan here. Ryan's the teacher.
Yeah, and that this is not a sketch. This is not a sketchbook. It's an art class.
Yeah.
That I think taught it pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Look at that! Look at that video
That was
and see if that
great.
might help you. And I think there's a downloadable version if you can't afford to buy the book.
Yeah, there's a PDF that she's got. Yeah. Where is that book anyway? Do we have that around here somewhere?
No, it's in the garage.
Oh, we created it, huh? Who is your favorite person to draw?
Donna.
Do you ever use AI? Sorry. Hi, Scott and Donna. Scott, do you ever use AI to find photo reference when you can't find what you're looking for?
Yeah, I've done that in the past when it was free. I'm not going to pay companies to use stolen artwork, but I did it, as an experiment just to see. I think AI should be or should have been a tool for artists for inspiration and nothing more. Like, no one should ever think that AI is
Real art.
art. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's good for inspiration.
Okay, just for the record, Bethany did a video on light and shadow. And she popped the link into the chat, and I'm going to ask her to pop the link into the chat again. So check that out, guys.
Fantastic.
So now we can reference that. Okay, Cato's a shame. He uses the zebra brush pens. Scott, have you ever tried an art glove instead of a paper towel?
No. I've seen artists who use it. I don't really tend to need it that often because I don't do this that often. I usually do watercolors, and so there's no real smudging on that. But
do you ever do caricatures of people?
I did try caricatures, and I really enjoyed it. I'd love to be able to stylize my work a bit more. So I think I'll always kind of want to. I just think that my work tends to be a little bit more widely accepted when it's a little bit more realistic and a little less caricature.
Oof, the spam is heavy this morning.
You just make sure you block them.
Yeah, when we're done. Can you do a tutorial on inking?
I did do a short on it.
Sanrio characters in an Art Nouveau style. Boom, says Gail. Oh my gosh, that would be adorable. Oh, I can't even. They didn't blend. Nathaniel says, "Hey Scott, I loved watching your video on Poscas, but could you try blending with them? I'm horribly
Yeah.
curious to see it." They didn't blend.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. Art acrylic markers are not good for really making art. I use them for when I drew on the controllers, I use
the
them
records.
for the records. They're not that great, and they take a lot of
Noodling.
noodling. Yeah,
You did not enjoy those. I mean, they were fun to try.
I
but
like
you
them
didn't.
for just the graphical pops of color that you can get.
Yeah. Do you like Labyrinth, the David Bowie movie?
Oh, absolutely. I've drawn Jareth. I've drawn a few of the characters, and I even when we did the Octobear, I did Octobear. I did Bowie. I named them Bowie, and I did them in Jareth's costume. But yeah.
Scott has drawn a guinea pig from the Nashville Zoo.
Yeah, that's right. I went with Santa.
Yep, when we were with Santa, which, by the way, it's crazy. You go somewhere with Santa J. Claus, and I mean, he's not inconspicuous. He's adorable. It's very cute, and watching little kids come up to him is just the cutest thing you've ever seen. But yes, guinea pigs. Any tips on how to start drawing?
Get a pencil, get some paper, and sharpen your pencil, and look at something that you want to draw, and then try your best to find the shapes of what that thing is. Simplify it. So if it's a can of Coke, it's a cylinder. If it's a box of tissues, it's a rectangle, your box, and then you start to look at where the light is, where the shadow is. So what values are, darker, you're going to make darker, and what values are lighter, you're going to make lighter. And that's basically it. Drawing is something kindergartners can do, and it's something that we all know how to do.
What Donna's art still looks like when she tries to draw
And
a
that's
kindergartner.
fine, but that's
However,
the rest
my
of it is just
penmanship
practice.
is good. Oh God, practice. Yeah. If you want to draw, draw. If you want to do something else, do something else.
Yeah.
Just pick up a pencil and do it. What do you think about pixel art and the game Stardew Valley?
Never played Stardew Valley. I like pixel art. My first work in video games was doing 16-bit games. So I did a music video with pixel art for Huey Lewis and the News. I like it. I'm just not a fan of playing. I grew up first with vector art and then pixel art, and so for me it's a little too retro. I like, I have a Game Boy and I'll play that, but I for the most part am more than happy to play something that has nicer graphics, like a Zelda or something.
Okay. Patrick, you can acquire some of Scott's art on our website. And maybe one of the mods could put the link to the website in there. And Bethany put the video on light and shadow again into the chat. So for all of you that have been asking about light and shadow, check that out. And just trust me when I tell you, she knows what she's talking about. Let's see. I see Scott currently filling the shadow. Can you please clarify, why do you layer your pencil strokes in a grid-like pattern, one layer with strokes being perpendicular to the others?
Oh, it's called cross-hatching. If you look, sometimes I just do it one way. Sometimes I'll cross them, and usually when you cross them, it just creates a darker tone. So if this is going to be one tone, see how that's now darker than that?
Yes.
So now if I was to do another cross, so now you have three different values. You have 1, 2, 3 value. But I'm not pushing down any harder on the pencil or anything.
It's just the layers of the pencil that make it darker.
You have
Gotcha.
evenly spaced, we'll say, ish. But then you crosshatch over it in the same evenly space. It's perceived as darker because there's more
Pencil.
pencil there. So then if I go over it again, that's darker. And that's how you get different values using cross-hatching. And I don't have to use cross-hatching.
You just
I could
do.
just shade,
Yeah.
which I'm doing sometimes a little bit here and there. It just depends. I think the cross-hatching gives it a little bit more feeling of art and less that you're trying to be photorealistic. And that's why I do it. But yeah, that's just cross-hatching.
Okay. I have had chai, traditional Indian chai, and it was delicious. Let's see. Scott, I tried to paint the same person every day, but only a few of them look good. Should I continue? And do you have any tips?
Um, I think there's nothing wrong with trying to draw the same person every day. I think if you are using the same photo reference every day, I don't know how much you're going to learn. I would try, if it's the same person, I would try maybe different photo references, different angles, different lighting situations. So you could start to see the forms and the shapes of the face and how it's working.
What is your favorite alcohol marker drawing?
My favorite alcohol marker drawing that I've done, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. I don't usually keep my alcohol marker drawings.
I don't know if I should read you this. Your head might explode. Maddie Mad says, Scott, you're my idol, and I am your biggest fan. You're my main inspiration, and I think it's incredible how you're just so perfect and carefree. Love it. Keep up the attitude.
Oh, thank you, Maddie.
I will pop that bubble and tell you he is not perfect.
No, well, I think everybody knows.
But he's a pretty decent human being.
Thank you.
Can we see the art that you did before YouTube?
Yeah, there is a video. If you go under my videos, sort by popularity, and it's watch my art grow over 40 years. And you could see all of the stuff from when I was a little kid through high school and college and everything.
Scott, you made me like art this right now because many of my friends are here discouraged me, but I think I have been progressing and getting better. Thanks, love from India.
Oh, you're welcome. And I hope you can,
Don't let your friends discourage
prove
you.
your friends wrong.
Yeah. Let's see.
I just want to say thanks again to Maddie. That was just a very nice thing to say.
And now I won't be able to live with him all day. Thanks, Maddie. Appreciate that.
No, it's just you were talking over it before I could really thank them. That's all. I just wanted to thank them.
Do you have a page for fan art?
We have a Discord.
Yeah. I think that would be the only place. What is my favorite food? Oh. God, I like so many things.
Spam.
Oh, don't make me throw up. I haven't even had breakfast yet. You're going to make me throw up. Gosh, like scones and tea. Scones and tea. Mexican food's good with a margarita. Pasta is good. Love me some pasta. Pizza. Ice cream. Can Scott sing in the shower? Alone, by himself.
Yeah.
Actually, he's got a pretty good voice. I like it. Why is he covering the paper with a tissue?
Oh, it's so that way you can even see like some of the purple has gotten on my hands, and I don't want to smudge it. Even though it's colored pencil, it's not really easy to smudge, but just the oil from your hands could just kind of make it a little bit wonky and smudge some of it. So you can see a little bit of the purple on here too, but I just put it down so that way it keeps me from smudging.
Okay, so So many questions today. What's your opinion on Ohuhu markers?
I think they're nice. I like them.
Let me just preface this by saying we have been shipping so much, and I've been laying out posters for Scott to sign, and so my brain's a little bit of jello today. So if I miss your question and I don't read it, or it passes by me and the chat jumps, please put it in again and I will try to get to it. I'm very sorry. I have mush brain this morning. Nothing is making sense to me. So I apologize. Let's see. Let's see. Do you like dip pens?
Not particularly, no. I'm not a fan of having to dip the pen. I mean, I wasn't a fan of dipping a paintbrush, but I eventually got used to it. So
Dipping a paper, you're funny. That's the whole point.
yeah, what I'm saying, I think I eventually got used to it. So I think if I really wanted to get to add dip pens to my
Repertoire.
arsenal, yeah, I could get used to it. It's just currently that's what's stopping me.
When you did digital art, did you use a digital pencil or just the mouse?
No, I used a Wacom tablet.
So it's like a pencil.
Yeah.
Oh, Gail, good question. Do you know if Tiny Glade's been released yet?
I think, yes, there is a version that was released. I don't know if it's like a final version, but I think it's like maybe a pre-release or something.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, they had sent me a thing, and I just wasn't able to do another video on it, but yeah.
We've been really busy. How can I improve my art anatomy?
There's a playlist for 1 minute figure drawing classes, or not classes, 1 minute figure drawing. I would try that. That really helped me as a young artist.
Is that draw everything every day?
No.
Okay.
No, that was a separate thing.
Okay. It is not a Prismacolor black pencil. It is a Prismacolor black cherry. No,
dark
purple pencil. There you go.
I like the look of the dark purple and the white on the tanned paper.
When you're not going for hyperrealism, how do you decide which details to keep and which details to ditch? By the way, thanks for all your answers.
Oh, sure. I've never tried hyperrealism, but I think the thing that you're trying to do, I think the thing that really helped me the most was when we were doing the 60 Days of Studying the Masters, and we kind of learned about Impressionism. And what the artists in Impressionism were doing was they were trying to not draw what they saw, but to draw the impression of what they saw. And I think that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to let go of every little detail. You're not drawing every pore in the person's face. You're drawing the impression. I'm seeing a little bit of blue here, so I'm going to put some blue here. I'm seeing a little bit of green here. I'm going to put that. And
that's the colors that you see. That I was
colors
telling
that you see. That's where you get the Van Gogh type of stuff. Is they're giving the impression. They're also not trying to have it look exactly like the person. It's the impression of the person. And I think once you could learn to let go of that perfectionism, which is just such a, I don't want to say toxic thing, but it's toxic to your artistic endeavors to try to be perfect, to try to do hyper realism. I think you should be trying to do the impression of it. And I'm guilty of it too. I think my stuff tends to lean more towards realism than impressionism, but I'm always in my mind trying to push it a little more each day.
Okay. So he is drawing Levar Burton. Okay, so I think this is an interesting question. It's Maddie Mads again, and they ask, if you draw a guinea pig with black fur and such dark brown eyes that they look black and match the fur too well, how do you know where the eyes are and where the fur is? I tried, but it's so hard.
You have to. I've mentioned this a few times, but I always leave the blackest blacks and the whitest whites for like the eyes, where you want to draw the attention. So your black fur is going to be Payne's gray. It's going to be a lighter. It's going to have some blues in it, some purples in it. It's not going to be black. You leave that black and that really white for the eyes. And then the rest of it is going to be in the grays, or the purples, and give it some color, give it some life. I also, one of the things that really helped was just learning, don't ever use black in your art, except for in that in your whites. Look at there's a short, or I think it's a short, where I talk about my the Aragorn piece that I did, where I kind of made Aragorn in focus and the horses and stuff out of focus, and I did that by using those techniques, by not giving the values as much. But that's what I would do. You always have to go, okay, I'm going to save the blacks and the whites for the eyes, so your eye is drawn to that, and then I will. Obviously it's different for this, but I tried to make the eyes as dark as possible. But there's only so dark you could go with the with this, and for some reason whenever I use the
White?
the Uniball Signo, it soaks up the color and it turns pink. So that bright pop of white becomes pink.
What the what?
Yeah.
Those Uniball pens are so temperamental.
Yeah.
Yeah, they bug me. Okay, so Ricky, here's my suggestion. Get a little tray or a little basket or a little something. And whenever you use something, you take it out of the basket. And when you're done using it, you put it back in the basket. It's not a big basket. It's something that's really small. A tray is actually probably better. But it's got a lip on it, like a 1-inch lip. And you put it on your desk and stuff just sits there that you use on a regular basis. That is the best way that I have found to corral things from disappearing. And Scott loses things all the time, so... just trust me on this one.
I generally do not, because I know where everything is.
Where was that pen again?
No, just because stuff is on my desk and I can't see it because they become commonplace in my mind.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Let's see. Jane says, I've been trying to draw a library room for a while, and I still can't figure out where the walls and floors meet. Any tips?
I'm assuming you're using photo reference. Are you able to look at the reference and see? Here's the floor. Here's the wall. Should be able to find that point here, and then this is where they're going to meet. But you got to look at the photo reference, and if you need to, measure it. Get a ruler or something, and then trace it if you need to get it right. But your photo reference is your guide.
Okay. We're going to blow through some questions here really fast. Okay. Scott is not particularly fond of musicals, but we have a son who was very into drama. I blame him for my love of musicals and my need to hear them from time to time. We did not have any mold growing in Scott's Hemi gouache. The blue thing to the right is a paintbrush. He is using Prismacolor colored pencils. I'm glad someone else besides me has mush brain. The table that he's using is an artist slash drafting table. It's the same thing. They pivot if you want them to pivot, or they are flat if they want to be flat.
I literally never move it.
He doesn't.
I don't.
Scott has tried my fountain pens. He doesn't like those either. There are about 1 million videos on him doing eyes. Actually, shorts on him doing eyes.
There's a video on everything I know about eyes. So if you go to my video section,
there you go.
You'll see a long version of eyes.
He's never tried the Van Gogh watercolors. Let's see. He does not like to draw babies or young kids because they are too flat. Okay, so as far as orders go, you guys have been so amazing and bought so many posters that Bethany and I are shipping as quickly as is humanly possible. There are 2 of us shipping, and we can only get out about 250 to 300 orders a day. And we are working so hard to do that. And Scott is signing posters like crazy. So we will get to your order. It's going to take anywhere from... I don't know. It could take a week to get the orders completely caught up and ready to go.
Depending on when you ordered it, how soon from the day of the start, you should have gotten a
you'll get a confirmation email. We are still working on orders. We had 1,000 orders the very first day. We are still working on orders from July 1st. It is now July 8th. So we are working as quickly as we possibly can to get them out.
There are only a few hundred or a couple hundred of the Trans, the Medusa, and the 80s left.
Yeah,
so
we're running very low.
If those are one of the ones that you wanted and you've been holding off, you've maybe got 24 hours till they're all gone?
You got a couple days.
Okay.
Maybe 48 hours. Let's see. There are so many videos where he's done people, face shapes. Is there one that stands out in your mind, one video that you think would be better?
There's a video on drawing people.
Asha, there's a video called My Art is a Mosaic. Check that one out. Whenever I sketch, I have trouble deciding on what colors. What would you suggest?
I would suggest... use your best guess when looking at your photo reference as to, this is blue, this is green, this is red. Use your best guess, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Give your best impression of the colors and see how it comes out. But study your photo reference. Your photo reference is going to advise you as to what color you should be doing.
Any pictures that you want to send us, the best place to do that is to post them in our Discord. Or if you want to post them on your social media, just be sure to tag us and then we'll see it. How did you meet Kim Diaz?
On TikTok. I saw his ink monsters and really just thought what he was doing was amazing. And my love language is I make art for people. Like if I go, oh, I really like you, here's some art. And I just decided to draw them. And that started up a friendship. And then when I joined YouTube, I said, you got to join YouTube. And so I said, let's try going live together to kind of help him build his audience, because he has a much bigger audience than I do on TikTok, and I have a much bigger audience than he does on YouTube. And so I just wanted to help him out. And then that became just something that we really enjoyed doing.
You're
And
like
so,
two little kids.
yeah, and so we said, well, let's just do this once a month.
Yeah. That was a really fun live on Saturday. That was really fun. You guys clearly had a good time, and we all had a good time hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Brazen wants to know, are the 60 Days of Studying the Masters, the long videos, are they still up?
Well, the 60
we
Days
did
of Study
those on
Masters were
TikTok.
not long. They're shorts.
No, I know, but we did those on TikTok, so we weren't able to do them. We didn't do them as lives here on YouTube where they're always there.
Oh, they're asking for the live.
Yeah, they
original
want
lives?
the long versions. Brazen wants the
Yeah,
long
I don't think. Yeah, I think they were done on.
baby squirrel. You just missed him.
No, I think they were done on TikTok. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
They don't save the long.
you
when
can
we do
go
a
to my
TikTok
lives
live.
and see if maybe at some point one of them was done, but I'm pretty sure they were all done.
Yeah, I think those were all on TikTok. Bethany, do you remember? Did we do those? I'm pretty sure we did those on TikTok. Okay. Okay. Oh, Gail says sometimes if I don't know what colors to use on a piece, I'll choose one color and then use its complementary color and go from there.
Smart.
Yeah, that's really cool. Do you prefer drawing more or painting more?
I prefer painting because the drawing part is where everything could go ugly. Like if you can't get the drawing right, then the painting's not going to look good. So I think if I'm at the painting stage, then the drawing must have been okay.
Oh, Bethany says, yeah, studying the masters was 100% on TikTok. Yeah, that's why there's no live to go back to there. Let's see. Oh my goodness. That must be a joke. I adore red pandas. Let's see. What is your favorite medium to paint with?
Watercolor or gouache?
What can I do to improve my coloring with markers? I really want to improve, but somehow I can't see any improvement.
There is a video on everything I know about markers. Maybe that might help.
Yeah, Misty, same thing. 100% on TikTok. We did those. That was my favorite series we've done. I absolutely loved that series.
I really did too. It's
we got to learn so much about the artists. It was wonderful.
It's just like I posted the Rodin Camille Claudel one this morning, and I just know it's not going to do well.
Yeah.
Because it's just for some reason the algorithm hates that stuff. They don't
like. Well, it's education.
Yeah.
They want trends.
And so it's like but yeah, I think that would have been something really fun to do.
Did you prefer drawing or painting more?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about Steven Universe? I adore the art style and music is also good, but the story is good too.
Yeah, I devoured that series. And really, I follow Rebecca Sugar on TikTok too. I'd love to work with them at some point.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lydia. Appreciate that. What can I do to improve my coloring with markers? I really want to improve.
I answered that one.
You answered that one already. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. Why is the I love you here's some art so relatable? Because I literally gave some art to some of my friends.
Oh.
Let's see. Any tips for adding so much soul and personality into your drawing? I always struggle with making the drawing feel alive. Any tips? Thank you so much.
I think the more you let go of perfectionism and the more you start to embrace more impressionism, is the more you could start adding more soul to your work. Realism is soulless. I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's like taking a photograph. There are photographers who can capture the soul very well, but if you were to take that photograph and then draw it photorealistically, you're just copying what the photographer captured. You're not adding anything to it. And I think where you have your own style, whether it's Art Nouveau or Impressionism or in the colors that you use, or it's more of a caricature or something, that's where your soul comes from. That's where your contribution is added to it. And I think that comes from learning to let go of perfectionism. Stop, like I think the stuff that Kim is doing, his portraits, and he's only been doing portraits for a couple months now.
Yeah.
I think
They're fantastic.
his portraits just blow my portraits away, and I've been doing portraits for decades. And because his portraits are so raw and
he captures that.
And he's not fretting over, oh, this eye isn't right and this isn't perfect, and he's just and he's doing that, and I'm just so jealous of him, and I want to punch him, but it's just
and now Kim's going to be in the chat somehow.
Yeah.
Wait,
but,
what?
But it's just, that's the soul. Kim has that soul. He has that ability to capture that, and I'm pretty good at capturing a photograph, but I personally feel like I am not good at capturing a soul or adding anything. It's only every once in a while, a little bit it happens when I do some colors in gouache or something in the design or the hair or something maybe brings it out. But and I think it's harder for artists to see it in their own work because we know, oh, I just stole this from this artist and this from that artist, and I'm just doing this from here and I just copied this from there. But I think how your art affects other people is different than how we perceive it. So it really is a matter of getting away from what you see and adding a little bit of the things that you love into the art.
We do not currently have any immediate plans to go back to the zoo. Summer's a really busy time for them. So we don't have anything on the docket right now. And I'm just gonna, I always shout out to the mods because we love you guys so very much, and we could not do this without them. Bethany and Nixia and Steph Nerd are here with us today, and we love you guys so much and so much. I can't even say thank you enough. But I want to shout out to all of you guys because I'm watching this chat go by today, and if Scott could see it, they're helping each other today. All I'm seeing is people are asking questions and other people are replying back with such wonderful, helpful comments like, hey, I tried this. Or, hey, try that. And you guys are just...
That's called an art community.
I know, but it's really... Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm already tired from shipping all these things, but y'all are giving me some vibes of love today. And I just wanted to tell you that means a lot.
Thank you for helping each other out.
Yeah, it's really... I'm going to need a minute. It's really special when a group of people... We have had well over 200 people in this chat all morning, and you guys have been so kind, and we have had hardly any things that we have had to block today. Everybody's been super kind and super sweet to each other, and that means a lot. And Donna's having a moment, so just hey, bear with me. But thanks for being so great today, guys. Really appreciate you. There is a video or a short on erasers. Which one is it?
It is actually on, it's a video because it was just a little over a minute. And I think it is my most popular one, maybe.
Oh, there you go. Oof. Yeah, sorry. I'm just having a moment there. You guys got me this morning. the love on the chat. You guys just got me this morning.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Yeah, be mean, will you? Jeez. Bella says, my art style constantly changes like in every drawing I do. They look drastically different from every other work of art that I've done, as if they were by different artists. Any tips?
Yeah, you're just learning. You're experimenting. Keep doing that. That you're on the right track. You're going to eventually come to just keep falling down into this. You're eventually going to come
honey,
into
get a new pencil.
your own style, but you're going to do it by experimenting. You're in the experimenting stage.
Which medium is easy to use and hard to master, according to you guys?
Easy to use would be pencil and paper. Hard to master would be I can't do oil pastels.
You hated those.
I would assume maybe sculpting might be very difficult. But for the most part, anything is doable, obviously, because there's people out there doing it.
Yeah. Did you do a video on finding photo reference?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a video
Short,
on that.
probably.
A short. And also, if you go to the resources section of our website, there are some links there for photo references. And Scott right now is using a pencil extender, is what it's called. And that is also listed on the resources section of the website.
Under art supplies.
Yeah, on the art supplies. This is Prismacolor colored pencils are what he's using. Which color do you like the most for the background of your portraits?
I tend to like teal. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Let's see.
Still got a little bit more life in this pencil.
Yeah. There's a video on Art Block. Is it a video or a short?
Short.
Okay. So there's a video.
But there are some videos too. If you guys look through my videos, there are some that talk about getting inspiration. What do I do if I don't know what to draw? I think is one of them, which is the same thing kind of as Art Block. So look through the videos first because there's less of those.
Yeah. And that should help. Let's see. Jane, there is a... Is it a video or a short on erasers?
Long video.
Okay, so there's a video on
Sort
erasers.
by popular and you'll see it.
Yeah. And it talks about all the erasers that Scott uses. Nixie would like to know, will this pencil end up in the white pencil graveyard hole in the desk?
Yeah, probably.
Randy says, you guys make us happy, so I'm glad we can do the same for you. Ellen says it really is a great community here. It really is. It's just, it's so rare to be able to have this. I mean, it's really touched me today. You guys are just really helping each other out, and it's beautiful to see.
Never thought I'd have to say this, but stop touching my wife.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Anyway. That was funny. What do you mean you never thought you'd have to say this? What, like I'm not cute enough?
No, on a live. Honey.
No, yeah, on a live, that's true.
Okay, I think that was the last sharpening I'm ever going to be able to do on this.
Okay, you know what? You win. You win the shortest pencil of the world. I have a set of oil pastels and I like them. I feel betrayed, Scott. Betrayed. You guys are funny.
I follow Black Bean, and seeing their work, I just go, no, what's the point of even trying?
Well, they make you look like a kindergartner.
Yeah.
With oil pastels.
It's not hard to do, but yeah.
Well, I mean, but their stuff is, if you haven't seen Black Bean, just go follow them because, wow.
Talk about someone who's got...
mastery of a medium.
Talk about somebody who's got the ability to put soul into their work.
Yes. It's crazy. Ellen goes, we can't help it. Donna's a stunner. Thanks, Ellen. That's funny. Do you have any opinions on Art Fight?
I have never
don't even know what that
gone to
is.
Art Fight or looked at Art Fight.
A macro photo of the pencil graveyard as a drawing idea. Boom. Gail, you're so funny. Let's see. The thing is, this is actually real community people you see again in those who were here since the start. It's so sweet. Yeah, book lover. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty
All right, I think it's
awesome.
time to say goodbye to our little pencil friend.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, little pencil friend.
Bye, white pencil. Let's see. How long has Scott been on social media?
Hello, new pencil friend. I've been on social media since social media came around. Twitter, Facebook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've never had any sort of success with it until I joined TikTok in 2020, August of 2020.
Yep. And then it sort of all exploded from there.
Yeah.
Saroja was looking through an animal encyclopedia and found a parrot-like looking bird.
Oh, that's great.
Very cool.
Is it a
I hope
parrot?
you're going to draw it. What do you think is the best all-around paper to sketch, draw, and paint on?
Oh, best is absolutely 100% subjective. Yeah, it really is. I mean, some people love just copy paper. Some people love, only really expensive 100% cotton paper.
I wonder who that is.
I don't like drawing on cotton paper. I like this tanned paper. So really, it just depends.
You like different paper for different things.
Yeah.
Truly. Nick says, stop touching my wife. I almost spit coffee everywhere. Oh, gosh. That's so funny. Let's see. Everybody's saying goodbye to the little white pencil. Oh, good. Just sub to Black Bean. Excellent.
Yeah, they are the best.
How do you choose the line direction of your backgrounds?
Oh, this is it's not really cross hatch, but what I'm trying to do is perpendicular. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that to have them kind of look like this. The hard part is when you start to get to something like this. Is like here, I've already got those 3, so I'm going to put some in between that. It's just really trying to create this texture. It's almost like spackling or something like that. But I like it. I actually got this from Tony or Tom Bancroft was
Really?
adding this in the backgrounds of one of their
sketches?
drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I like that. It's just a nice way to add some texture. And
Scott has never tried to do art with duct tape. I, however, have used washi tape for to do some little. I have a little art journal, and I used washi tape for that. Love me some washi tape. Oof, it's scary how much I love washi tape. Not as much as stickers, but it's darn close. Doing some studio work for my job as a live visual note taker. Nice to have you as company.
Oh,
What
fantastic.
is a visual note taker? I'm curious. Scott prefers to stand while drawing because he hurt his back quite a few years ago playing hockey.
Yeah.
And it's easier for him to draw while he's standing up. It doesn't hurt his back. And anything that doesn't hurt his back makes me very happy. Because when he hurts his back, he's not happy, which makes me not happy. Let's see.
all right, I think we are done.
Do you know hey Scott, where do you buy the Posca markers?
I bought them from Amazon, actually.
Oh, I thought you bought them from Blick.
No, no. I might have bought some because I remember I bought a few different ones, but
Okay.
I don't really use the Posca markers ever.
Yeah.
I like the Artex ones because they have the brush tip.
Yeah. I find as the price of my paper goes up, I get intimidated. So for sketches, I just pull whatever scrap I have. LOL.
Yeah,
That works.
yeah.
That absolutely works. I saw I reposted on my Instagram. There's a journaling person who takes a brand new journal and they take their pen and they just go like this. And they just make scribbles on their first page because
Now they've ruined it. And
Yep. I can use it now because look, it's not perfect anymore, which is fantastic. I thought it was crazy. I personally wouldn't do that because that's a little too crazy for me.
yeah.
But there you go. Let's see. Ganeet, I do remember you. I am glad you're back. Oh, Cookie's here. You're okay. You can do this. You can get through art block. You're good.
Yeah, we believe in you.
What's the best paper for colored pencils, babe?
I like Bristol paper.
There you go. You heard it here first. And Bethany, did we put the Bristol paper in the resources page? Do you guys ever go to conventions / enjoy them?
We used to. We used to go to the San Diego Comic Con when we lived in
Yeah,
California,
we did.
but we haven't gone in almost 20 years.
Yeah.
We used to go to some local ones here in Nashville, but we stopped when COVID came around, and we just never came back. We were going to go to Gen Con, or at least we were thinking about it.
You were
but
talking
then I
about
guess
it.
something happened, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of people saying that they're
Yeah, we're not doing
not
that.
going to that. So I don't know if the right one comes around, maybe.
Yeah. We did put the Bristol paper on the website. Awesome sauceum. Why do you like Prismacolors the best?
I don't. I actually thought Karen Dosh was the best, but they're very expensive. But
Yeah.
I've always used Prismacolors, and I just know how to control them. And I did. If you go back, there was a live last week where I did half of this portrait with Artex colored pencils, and I did this half with Prismacolor, and they blend better. I also did a series of shorts where I tried Faber-Castell, Blick,
Yeah.
Caran d'Ache,
The
and-
Artex or Art Beat?
No, Faber-Castell,
Faber-Castell?
Blick, Caran d'Ache, and Prismacolor.
Okay.
I did the Beatles. I did one of each.
Right.
And
But you also tried the Art. Was Art Beak or Artex?
Art Beak was a year before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point is that different colored pencils give you a
They
different
perform
look.
different, yeah.
I like the Prismacolors and the Caran d'Ache because they blend very well.
There's no best in art supplies. I'm just going to
No,
throw that out there.
there's what's best for you.
For you. Right. Exactly. So we're going to wrap it up. But before we do, we had one question on the pencil extender. Since you've been using that all day. Does it feel like holding a regular pencil?
It does. It is incredibly light.
Oh, good. Okay.
Incredibly light. It's it's not heavy
Is it like
at
aluminum?
all. Yeah,
Maybe?
here, catch.
And then, of course, I drop it. Oh, God, it doesn't feel like anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, this weighs nothing. Like,
Yeah.
the pencil would be heavier than this.
Yeah, it's so it is.
Yeah,
it
that's
really so and just like you saw, you're able to get the tiniest of nubs. And
stick it in
and
there.
then you feel like you're drawing. This little bit has a bit of texture to it,
Yeah.
which I don't mind, but some people might mind. In which case, hold your pencil a little further back. But there are
And
different kinds.
Ashley might have some good suggestions on pencil extenders, too.
Yeah, but the more stuff, like I said, but yeah, these are just really good. I wish I would have known
Yeah.
about these
Sooner?
back when I was doing color.
Oh, when you were
pencils.
actually using more...
Yeah.
You were going through them like crazy. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here today. If we did not get to your question. Put a pin in it for Wednesday, or you can always ask Scott when this becomes a video. You can ask him on there, or you can ask him on social media. Are you still doing the Ask Me Anything on?
Yeah,
Blue
I'm
Sky?
doing an Ask Me Anything on Blue Sky. So if you want to go and follow me on Blue Sky and ask me a question, I will answer it.
There you go. So there's a great way to do that. And we're S Sava Art on everything. Not we, he's S Sava Art on everything. I'm too tired.
There's a link also in the community section.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So bye everybody. Thanks for
Have a
being here.
wonderful
We
Monday.
will see you on Wednesday. Bye. And